Hey guys, it's See You Dead, and welcome back to another episode of Star Wars: The Force Unleashed here on the PS2. Guys, I am very excited for today's episode because the level we're going to be playing today is a level, probably the level that I've been looking forward to the most because it's the one that I always associate with this version of the game as someone who's never played this version of the game. This is like a mythical level to me because of everything that's in it. And one of the biggest things is, like they just said, we're going to go meet Senator Garm Bel Iblis, because here's the thing. He was in the other version of the game, the 360 version, but he had no lines, and he just kind of showed up at the end, which, it kind of worked because Mon Mothma also just kind of showed up, and they mentioned, oh, these are the other senators that Bail Organa was talking about. But here we're actually going to recruit him, and why I'm so excited is because Garm Bel Iblis, as well as several other things in this level, are just ripped straight out of Legends. Iblis himself, I believe his very first appearance was in the original Thrawn trilogy, which, if you know me, you know that I absolutely adore Grand Admiral Thrawn and that book series, even though it's probably not the masterpiece a lot of people claim it is. It is really good, though. And Garm Bel Iblis shows up, and it's mentioned as he's like, oh, this is one of the guys who first helped found the Rebel Alliance, and he became not a Saw Gerrera type in the sense that, like, he was so extreme, but he just kind of never gave up the fight and kind of disappeared after the fighting was done, and then Luke, Han, and Leia go and get him later. I guess... actually, I kind of want to... There's something about this lightsaber hilt. I really like it. So yeah, I'm super excited to jump into this level and see him in this game, as well as several other things in this level that just really stand out. And you'll see what I mean. I need to stop talking. Let's go ahead and head over to Cloud City.
It's beautiful.
What do you want me to do?
Well, you'll need to get in touch with Lobot,
Who?
the city's chief administrator. If Garm is down there, he'll know where to find him.
I just realized I did not change Starkiller's outfit, which, don't get me wrong, this is a cool outfit, but, I like doing something different every level. So I'm going to change that real quick. I'll be right back. And here we go, the Raxus Prime survival suit, which they didn't give us until we finished Raxus Prime. Also, just a second ago, I switched to yellow lightsaber. Yeah, I feel like that fits him a little well. I feel like a purple, maybe the blue. I'll try the blue again in a second. I don't know why I'm caring this much about the lightsaber's aesthetic. Was there even a holocron there? I don't know. Anyways, I'm more shocked about the fact that these people just saw me brandish like a weapon that belonged to the cult that is banned across the galaxy, and no one had a problem with it.
Lobot? I have a message from Master Ram Koda for the Senator.
The Senator is unavailable at the moment. The entire city has been overrun by criminals.
You will tell the Senator that I need to talk to him.
He is not available. The Senator is attempting to negotiate with one of the criminals, Chopa. He went to the loading bays to confront him.
Great. Come in, General.
Go ahead, boy.
What do you know about Chopa?
Chopa? He's scum. An immoral criminal who has taken over underworld operations in this sector.
So I can rule out diplomacy?
Yeah, that's a fair guess, boy. But if you deal with Chopa, you'll prove yourself to Garm. Head down to the loading bay and see what you can do.
Which way to the loading bay?
Oh, that's really cool that the Mandalorian has the armor of, it's like the prototype Boba Fett helmet. Which, or, you know what else it is? Oh shoot, what was his name? That episode of the Clone Wars where Obi-Wan disguised himself as a bounty hunter. And the helmet he uses in that level is actually this same helmet, and it was like a early prototype design for Boba Fett before they went with what they eventually settled on. Still really, really cool, little cool Easter egg. I don't know how it works lore-wise because I guess it could still be a Mandalorian helmet. Anyways, so yeah, we're here on Cloud City. That's cool. We get to interact with Lobot because he's one of those really interesting background characters in Star Wars. I feel like a lot of Star Wars fans kind of know who he is and know his deal. Like, oh, he's the city administrator and he's got like all the computers hooked up to his head. But you don't ever see him. Or like when he does appear, he's in such a minor role. I think the most prominent thing I can think of with Lobot in it that I've been exposed to is like a chapter from a book or a short story. I can't remember which one it was. And Lobot was there with Lando while they were taking back. He's in the floor while they were taking back Cloud City, and he like spoke via sending electronic messages to Lando's little I don't know, wrist computer. Why can't I think of the name of that thing? Anyways, very different from what we see here, where he's again kind of like a more cybernetic, robotic, or cyborg with robotic characteristics and mannerisms. I don't know which one is better, or I don't know if either one is better or worse. It's just a different interpretation of the character that comes from two separate canons, because I'm pretty sure that story was new Disney canon. Yeah, I think I like the blue lightsaber more. I shouldn't have chosen this hilt. Are those? Oh, that would be so cool if those are supposed to be green. They are! That's a cool reference to another Star Wars game! Okay, these guys, the Grenadiers that we were just fighting, they are Grand, which are kind of those three-headed goat alien-looking dudes from the movies. What's so cool about them being in this game as a grenade-throwing enemy is this is not the first time they were grenade-throwing enemies. They appear in, I believe, all of the Dark Forces games, but at least Dark Forces 2 through Star Wars Jedi Academy, where they're in that same role. They're kind of like one of the gangster enemies you run into, and they're equipped with pistols, and they throw grenades, much the same as they do in this game, except maybe I don't know if I'd say more deadly. They were never especially deadly. I mean, grenades were really powerful in that game, but you could avoid them pretty easily too. But no, that's so cool. That's a neat little reference. It'd been really cool if all the aliens fit that bill, but Twi'leks were never opponents in those games, nor were Mandalorians. And neither was that particular alien. Oh, what is that species? There's been another alien like that in some piece of Star Wars media, and I can't think of what it is. I want to say a Jedi of some kind. It's still a really cool design. Look, I mean, I can harp on all the good things about Star Wars for days at a time, but they really were excellent with the alien design across all the Star Wars movies, and that's something. Like, I don't have as much criticism of the Disney era Star Wars as some people. It's still overall probably not as good, but they've put out some really good aspects of it. But I think one of the weakest parts of the new Disney canon is the alien designs. There's no new alien designs that I'd really consider super iconic, to the point where, like, I know what that species name is off the top of my head. Like that, I could tell you was a Gran. I could recognize that alien. I know what a Rhodian is. I know what a Gamorrean, a Platunian, other ones like that. Is that a lightsaber hilt? Sweet, sweet. We'd love to see it. Could you please stop throwing grenades at me? But yeah, I think the only real Disney-era alien that I think is super iconic, outside of, arguably the Pikes, but I think they showed up in Clone Wars while it was still under LucasArts. But whatever those kind of horse-faced aliens from the sequel trilogy, I don't know what their name is. I'll put up a picture on screen. That's the only alien design where I'm like, huh, I like that. It's not, like, fantastic or anything, but I think it's a solid Star Wars alien design. Also, there's a window here, so apparently the Force doesn't work through a window, so never mind, it does. It doesn't break a window, but a lightsaber will. But no, like, a giant metric ton of force, that's fine. Also on the subject of windows at Cloud City. See, I am just all over my my transitions today. They're fantastic. Man, that alien died. I felt like he looked familiar too. But you know, I think the special editions, of Star Wars are kind of controversial in the changes. Like, oh, Greedo shot Han Solo, which I am in the camp of Han Solo shot first. However, I understand what George Lucas was trying to go for when he changed that, but I don't necessarily. It creates a better character arc if he. Anyway, that's not what I'm trying to bring up. What I'm trying to bring up is, while a lot of people don't like the special edition of Episode 4, I think the other movies' special editions are really good and benefit the movie in some great ways. Maybe not as much Return of the Jedi because Jabba's dance sequence. But holy smokes, the Empire Strikes Back, some of the most iconic parts of that film come from the special edition. The Wampa was a sock puppet in the original version, or a hand puppet in the original version of the film. Palpatine in the original version is rough. It was like an old lady's face, and they superimposed chimpanzee eyes to give the original Palpatine look before they even had like Ian McDermott playing the role, and they had like the look nailed down for Return of the Jedi. But Cloud City in particular, the original cut had no windows. It was all hallways that looked like this. When you might think, oh, that's weird, because I remember so many shots of Cloud City with big sprawling windows and this beautiful orange sky and like the cityscape. Special edition. All special edition. I mean, not the whole design for the city, they just added windows, and it looks so much better and less claustrophobic. Anyways, what's your really controversial Star Wars opinion? I guess that's kind of an odd take to say, hey, there's some really good things about the special edition, but I also think people don't really think about the special edition beyond the Episode 4 changes. But is there something about Star Wars that most people seem to not like as much, and you're like, I actually think that's really cool, or a nice little detail, and a lot of other people don't like it? One for me, while I do really like the Battlefront 2 style of the clones are just kind of all evil and fed up individuals, inhibitor chips are not a perfect story beat, but it does create an interesting kind of like sympathetic villains, or like unwitting villains, and makes Palpatine evil in a whole different way. Again, it's probably not as good as just like the clones are straight up evil, but it also allows for slightly more nuanced clones and more sympathetic clones in some ways. So, yeah. Anyways, do you have a controversial Star Wars opinion? Leave it in the comments below, as this episode's attempt to trick you guys into commenting and get higher view count. I got you, Holocron. I wasn't sure if I could reach you up here, but I could. Also, we got a lot of points. I better put some into upgrading real quick. Yeah, I think it's time we max out Force Lightning. Or Repulse. Or hold on, what about, where's Maelstrom? Ooh, those are all really good ones that we could max out. I think I'm going to still max out Lightning. I like Lightning is like something nice to fall back on that requires no thought and strategy to use. Also, is there anything down here? Anything at all? No? This door does not open. Okay, I guess we're going over to that building right there, which is right across from where we came down, so I guess the only point of this area was to put a holocron on that balcony. Okay, what's in here? Oh, we're getting into the more, kind of burgundy, or kind of burnt orange, red, and dark, deep blue Cloud City designs. Yes, this is where we go into the carbon freezing chamber type areas. That's a cool... I like red protocol droids. I like a lot of red things in the Star Wars universe. Maybe not the lightsabers. I do like the explosions that the red droids give off. Also, now that I understand this game actually hides holocron, this seems like a thing if I destroy all... Yep, holocron hidden in the destruction of public property. And there's nothing that way, so this is the way I gotta go. You just phased through the wall. Bro, what? Let's test out how powerful this new lightning is. Okay, it's still not, I don't know. The lightning feels a little weak. However, I think that's probably a better instance of balancing because in the other game, holy crap, maxed out lightning was broken and just could carry you in virtually any and every fight. It still is good here. Like, it's a good, oh, you can use it and it deals really good, consistent damage. But, it's like not something you can fully rely on. You have to use it in moderation or in the right circumstance. And even then, it doesn't guarantee a kill. It just, you know, takes some health away, which is probably a way better usage of lightning in a video game. I didn't realize this level was so, like, late into the game. I always, in my head, imagined this being one of the earlier levels of this version, but I guess it kind of makes sense. You're not going to be recruiting people to your rebellion until you've got, you know, the beginnings of a rebellion under your belt, which means at least getting Coda and then getting, oh shoot, what's his name? Senator Organa. So I guess this is the only place it could go, or maybe before that last Raxus Prime level. Holy crap, I'm so glad to be done with that Raxus Prime level. It was, in the original game, I didn't hate the level, but it was one of those where I was like, it's not my favorite, it's just kind of, it's here, it's a level. Wait, can we grab that ship? We could not grab the ship, but y'all saw that. It was like highlighted as if we could grab it. Anyways, all I was going to do was complain about Raxus Prime again and how it took it took like 3 hours to record that video because of the whole, it kept crashing and stuff. Now I'm worried the game is going to crash again, but that was the first time it's done so I probably have nothing to worry about. That was funny, launching them off the side with the lightning. I'm sorry, I'll do the same to you. Or no, I won't, apparently. I will say, this is another good, I feel like the heavyweight gangster alien in Star Wars is always the Gamorrean Guard, because that's what Jabba had, and they're a pretty good, intimidating orc-like opponent. But good on this game for getting something different. Twi'leks are kind of normal for a kind of underworld. Actually, they're pretty regularly in an underworld setting. Okay, I can definitely electrocute that dude. But like this alien right here, that's really cool that's what they chose to be their heavy axe-wielding bad guy villain.
The Senator would very much like to see you.
I thought he might.
Meet him in the concourse as soon as possible.
How are you still alive? Goodbye. I don't remember, now that I think about it, Garmbel Iblis, he was a senator. I don't remember him being Cloud City's senator, though. That is kind of strange. I'm curious now. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back. Okay, yeah, I was right. He's not he's Corellia's senator, which is the same planet that Han Solo is from. What he's doing on Cloud City, I'm not sure. I guess he's just is here. Because, yeah, he definitely, in the original book, was Corellia's senator, and he's always kind of been depicted as Corellia's senator, if I'm not mistaken, so... Again, maybe they'll say something to kind of clear up, oh, I'm here because, I don't know, I need to refill my vape cloud or something. That's the export Cloud City is known for, right? They're known for exporting vapes. That was in the original canon. George Lucas intended it as such. I'm joking. They're known for Tabana gas, which is used in things like blasters and lasers and explosives, and that's why Cloud City is kind of a crucial place in the Star Wars. Gosh, I'm a nerd. Okay, what's over here? This feels like a boss arena. Wouldn't you know it, I was right! Well, it's not a boss arena as much as it is just a, one of those areas where you gotta like clear out a whole bunch of the same enemy over and over and over again. Also, just want to say this again. Good job, game, for creating a jetpack enemy that isn't the most annoying, unbalanced crap in the world. These Mandalorians give me zero trouble compared to the monstrosities that are the jet troopers. Like, look at that flamethrower, how little damage it's doing to me. As opposed to the jet trooper, where they're like, oh, you looked at me funny? Ha! Here goes half your health! I don't know if you guys can tell, but I hate the jet troopers, which is funny because in the other version of the game, Force Unleashed and Force Unleashed 2, it's the snipers, it's the freaking scout troopers that are like my least favorite because I think they are the most annoying. They're easy to deal with, sure, like they're not that much of a problem, but they just annoy me to no end. Now this game has the jet trooper, but no, not the man. Like, if honestly, and here's the funny thing, I feel like if they gave the jet troopers like whole kit to these Mandalorians, I would not complain as much because I'd be like, oh, it's a one-time enemy and they're Mandalorians who are supposed to be like Jedi killers, so he just went flying. So it makes sense that they're dangerous and they're hard to kill. But no, instead these guys are kind of pushovers, which is a real shame for Mandalorians. That's kind of really odd that they put a Mandalorian gang in here in the first place. That feels very KOTOR-esque, and not really in line with what... Like, Mandalorians are bounty hunters, but I don't see them being part of a gang or criminal element outside of being bounty hunters or like a specific hired gun, whereas I'm pretty sure the leader of this gang, Chopa, I think he is Mandalorian if I'm not mistaken. He definitely has a Mandalorian artifact, which we're going to see very soon. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay, is this the last one? I think he's the... Oh, that's a cool jetpack. Let's choke him. I tried to throw my lightsaber. I guess that didn't work. Let's just... We'll finish him out by choking him. The blaster looks like a... kind of looks like a compact Uzi. That's really... actually kind of a cool design. I think most people know this too, but all the blasters in the or most of the original trilogy blasters are just real-life firearms, typically taken from World War II surplus, refitted to be, you know, space lasers. It's what a lot of movie props from that time. In fact, Han Solo's blaster, the iconic DL-44, which is just a Mauser with a sniper scope on it. I think that scope and that weapon actually or that prop was originally used in Citizen Kane? I don't know because I actually have not... I really need to watch Citizen Kane. I know it's an iconic movie, but I think in that one the bad guy, or not the bad guy, one of the characters uses a Mauser with a stock and a sniper scope, and it's Han Solo's blaster, but you know, with a stock on it now. Which I believe, according to ATF regulation, makes it a rifle. I don't know, man. The ATF is just terrible. It's just the worst thing ever. I know, controversial take. Man hates the ATF. Who'd have ever thought Ruby Ridge was an absolute nightmare? All right, and more. Hold on, are these all female Twi'leks? Yeah, I noticed the blue ones were female. And the green ones are too, huh? That is... I don't know, you just don't see... I would have never expected them to make one of the primary enemies in the game fit. I don't know, there's kind of like an unspoken rule in video gaming that, like, your main faceless army is never all female because, I don't know, I guess it's makes it not right when you kill a female, but if the faceless army is men, then, you know, it's fine to kill them. Hashtag justice for... I don't even know what I'm trying to do here. But I don't know, that's just an interesting decision, but that's kind of cool. It's something different. Way to go to Star Wars The Force Unleashed for being progressive for its time. Not only can you kill men, you can kill women. But not children, too. Oh, I know what these guys are now, the giant white furry aliens. I don't remember their species name, but there's a couple of them in Star. I think it's the, that alien race the Pantorans fought in that one episode of Clone Wars kinda looks like them. But with that big size, there's one of those aliens in the Mos Eisley Cantina and in the Clone Wars Tartakovsky miniseries, which is fantastic, by the way. Go watch it if you haven't. But one of the Jedi at the end who helps Shaak Ti protect Chancellor Palpatine is one of these aliens, and he speaks like he's I don't know, like he's burping into a kazoo is the only way I can describe it. It's like, and it's a little bit more horny, not that kind of horny. Like it sounds like it's coming from a horn or like a kazoo kind of. I don't know. Feel like I'm making the Charlie Brown adult noise instead of what he sounds like. Just go watch the show if you don't know what I'm talking about. Best 3 hours of your life if you watch volumes 1 and 2. It is fantastic. It is absolute like absurd power levels and nonsense, and really nothing is canon about it. But it's just the dopest, one of the coolest Star Wars things there is, and I feel like embodies some of that original pulp influence that George Lucas took from, but with also Genndy Tartakovsky's over-the-top style from things like Samurai Jack, and I thought I could jump across. I apparently cannot. Hold on. Does that kill him? Because when I threw... Oh, I thought when I threw the other one, it like gave me points as if I had just gotten a kill. But I guess it did not. I don't know what I got those points for then. This dude, he's just... I think I gave him brain damage when I threw him against the wall. He's just kind of been standing here, stunned. He doesn't know what's going on. I don't know if I should put him out of his misery or just kind of let him vibe. I don't know which one is more... Yeah, I'm gonna just leave him be. I'm gonna make sure that other Mandalorian's dead, which I believe he is. He's dead enough. Ooh, Cloud Car. Yeah, you maybe go to the ER. Turn your life around. But I'm just gonna let you stay here. Maybe lumberjacks are hiring. I heard you make a great space Paul Bunyan with that axe. Oh, that Cloud Car just took off. Yeah, it's like flying around. Oh, hey, you're a Cloud City guard, and Lobot's down here.
Where's Garm?
Chopa has sent bounty hunters. Senator Bel Iblis has been captured by one of them, a mercenary named Cleef.
Coda, the senator's been captured. I'm going after him.
Okay, now we gotta... I guess we're going this way. That's cool that there's civilians on this level. I think that really adds something to the mission. Oh, and they're about to get terrorized. How wonderful. And I just got football tackled by a giant mammoth man. I also think I might have just killed a civilian. I'm sorry if I did. I'm a very morally gray character. There's a lot of mystique and mystery about me. And my actions are not my own. I'm an anti-hero. You'd see me on a shirt at Hot Topic is what I'm trying to say. I will... Ah, you tricked me, game. I thought there was just a power up there, and instead it was where I was supposed to go. Tisk tisk on you.
What you doing there?
I hear that you've acquired an important Imperial senator.
Yes, I got the senator, but Boss Choppa has him now. Not so funny. Also prepare. You sir gonna die.
Yes, this was just one of the things I was looking forward to in this level. This is Cleef, a Gungan bounty hunter. And this is one of the sickest Gungan designs. Okay, first, the Gungan design as an alien species was pretty, like, iconic and fantastic, if you ask me. But you never would expect one to be a bounty hunter, a sword-wielding, like, really grizzled look. He was missing an eye or something. Like, that's just a really cool design. Also, I'm mashing this button, and Starkiller is just not doing anything. Great, it's one of those things again. But yeah, no, Chopa, or not Chopa, Cleef, just, man, 10 out of 10 design here. And as a concept for a character, man, that is just really cool. There's a holocron back there I want to grab. I also really want to deal with these droids, just so that, whoa, wow. That lightning absolutely obliterated Cleef's health. He must not be super strong. Okay, he's blocking, but when he's not blocking, and I catch him with the lightning, because I think all the damage I just did to him was from the lightning alone. I could be wrong. The droid design is alright too, but I don't know. There's something about like cleave. Oh, and he's throwing the I almost said booba. No, that's something very different. The boomer or boomba, whatever the little like projectiles. The Gungans, not booba. No, that's something else. Gungans, the galaxy's #1 exporter of breast implants. Come on, buddy. Come on. Let your guard down. I'm not trying to have this anime fight here. Oh, okay, I should have learned last week that I need to not bring commenters into my videos, because that's a bad idea. However, I just wanted to bring something up that I found very funny. So, again, I think it was 2 videos ago, back on the Kashyyyk level, someone left a comment, and, no, I don't know what level it was, but it was the Felucia level, that's what it was. But this guy left a comment, he was like, oh, I'm writing a manga, and I use your videos as like background noise and ambiance whenever I'm writing it. And he asked me...
Weren't prepared for that, were you? Prime the ship for launch. I'm going to find Chopa and the Senator. We may need a quick exit.
Okay, that was a sick kill. For a second I was like, oh, is Starkiller gonna spare his life and get character development? Nope, he just dropped him and turned him into a vehicular manslaughter statistic. Oh, that's great. Anyways, again, this guy said that he was writing his manga, and he was using my stuff as background ambience, and he was like, I have a request for a game for you to play. Could you please play Star Wars Battlefront 2, Rise of the Empire? And, if you've watched my videos for any amount of time, you will know why that's so funny. Because, heck yeah, another blue crystal. Let's just say I have a lot of videos dedicated to Star Wars Battlefront 2. By the way, said commenter, I have not got a chance to read your manga yet. I am going to read it and I'm very interested in reading it. I've just kind of been busy the last few nights, and have not had a chance to read it. But I am interested. I am going to read it. He left the name of his manga in the comments, so check it out if it sounds like something you're interested in. I don't know anything about what it is or the genre, but, you know, creators, I recommend, you know, checking out what creators make if it's something you're interested in. Wait a minute, it's... What? Did we come down from that one or that one? Because I thought we went up this way, then we came down. Is that something over here? No, never mind. And I thought after we killed Cleef, we came down this way, but it's saying this is where... Okay, I guess not. We go this way. Oh, I thought I was kind of going to go straight into the Chopa boss fight, but I guess not. So speaking of me being busy at nighttime, one of the places... I work partially for the city in my hometown, or Myrtle Beach, which is a really cool place, and I think it's funny because that was just referenced in an Adam Sandler... Whatever that new Adam Sandler animated movie with the lizard is. I think one of the girls talks about visiting Myrtle Beach with her family. Anyways, the city was putting on like a Christmas thing based on the Polar Express, and they were like, hey, we need you to help with the event. And I'm like, okay, cool, I can do that. By the way, I have some theater experience and have worked with kids before, and I'm just letting you know because that sounds like a skill set you guys could use for this event or other events. And the city was like, okay, that's cool, you're gonna be the conductor of the Polar Express now. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was like 1,000 kids came through my train car though. But getting to, you know, be the conductor of the Polar Express for an evening was pretty cool. If I have a good picture of me in the conductor uniform, I'll put it on screen now. If not, just imagine it in your head, and it probably looks better in your head anyways. There's about to be a lot of collateral damage for this, and I'm sorry, generic NPCs 2, 3, and 4. Oh, and 5. 5 went flying over there. Oh my gosh, there's more. How many criminals are here? Did I walk into Detroit? What is this? I feel like these levels are so much longer than the other version of the game, and I'm really kind of worried. What is that Death Star level gonna be like lengthwise? Because I learned now, see, I thought those little checkpoints, I thought that was like, oh, if you quit the level and come back, you could start the level halfway through. But no, you gotta do all these levels in one sit, not all the levels, but you gotta do an entire level in the single sitting. And that makes me really, really not looking forward to the Death Star, because I'm expecting that to be a super long level. And I'm gonna have to play through it twice so that I can get both endings to the game. And yes, we are doing both endings to the game. Okay, I'm just gonna run forward because I feel like they keep respawning. And again, I've been sitting here for like 45 minutes, and I just got off an 8-hour shift at work. Not to mention 5 hours standing in the freezing cold being a Polar Express guy last night. So I kind of want to get this done. It's fun and all, but I also am not looking forward to editing another hour-long video, and I'm just fighting the same enemies over and over again. The environment is at least really nice this time, because, man, the level design sucked on the last level. I hated that environment, that, like, lava factory that was just the exact same room, copy and pasted over and over again. There's at least a little bit of variety with the city and the tunnels, and then inside the buildings in the city and the exterior here. Anyways, please, Chopa, wherever you are, Chopa, Choppa, whatever you are. Yo, what if this crime boss is just Chopper from the it's just an Ebonics version of Chopper from... maybe I shouldn't say an Ebonics version of Chopper. That just makes it sound like a roundabout way of saying Black Chopper. Like, if it's Chopper, but it's said with, like, an accent in which is like, hey, it's Chopper. And he's just the criminal, but Chopper from the Rebel series. I'm assuming this is where I fight him.
Let him go.
The Jedi. I was hoping you'd come. Your talks have failed, Senator. This is how I negotiate.
Alright, time to take on the Mandalorians, and then we fight Chopa, who I think is a Mandalorian. I couldn't really see from his armor, and he had his helmet off, so... or he didn't have a helmet, I should say. It's bold of me to presume he had a helmet to begin with. Oh, no, he does, never mind. Because that's him right there, and that's most definitely a helmet. Oh! And I didn't even know he had that. The weapon he has is the stun gun Boba Fett used in the holiday special. Because it's kind of, that's the weapon was eventually, is what the Mandalorian's rifle was based off of, with like the pronged fork end to it. But here it's just still like a little stun, like cattle prod thing. Man, there's so much, I am still a huge freaking nerd, but there's so many cool references to other pieces of Star Wars lore in this level. Again, I hate this isn't in the other version of the game, and this is one of those reasons where if someone said this version of the game is better, this level is a strong contender as to why. Okay, that's one Mandalorian killed. The other is over here still alive, so actually I'm not going to throw the explosive barrels because they'll probably come in handy in phase 2 of this fight if I had to guess. So let's take you down. I said let's take you down. I said let's take you down. Why won't you just roll over, keel over, and die for me? That's what I want you to do. Could you not hit me? I mean, I know you're a boss, and it's like your whole job is to hit me, but my goal right now is to be facetious and act like this game is bad because of my own shortcomings. So let me kill this guy. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the whole reason I was really looking forward to this level, and that is fighting the Basilisk War Droid, which is like a big piece of Mandalorian culture, especially in the Knights of the Old Republic games, although only one appeared in that game and it looked nothing like that. But that's kind of the outlier because every other design of them looks similar to this. But even this is not quite. It kind of looks like a jacked up Michael Bay Transformer here, especially with that color scheme. Whereas the other Basilisks kind of look a little different. But yeah, how it has a giant Gatling gun for a mouth. That is pretty consistent with their design. Okay, what's going to be the best way to fight this thing? Lightning, it does damage, but it doesn't stun it. I need to see if I can throw the explosive barrels at it. Let me see if I'm assuming I can't reflect those bullets back at it. I'll test that in a second. I think this is kind of like the Rancor fight, where you just kind of got to retreat, hit it, and then retreat again. It's very much a hit-and-run boss, which is, it just take a long time, especially in this game. Okay, explosive barrel. Did not do much. How about another explosive barrel? I didn't throw it, so let's try that one last time with an explosive barrel. I did not see his health bar go down, but I think it did. Okay, that seemed to have stunned it. Wow, that stunned it a lot, actually. Hold on, could I just do that? No, let me do it again. Let me, hit you again with the, Was that like a scripted thing? Like, after it takes so much damage, it just does... No, that seems... Okay, this is what I mean when I say, like, the difference between a boss that actually has, like, a strategy and pattern, as opposed to a boss that you just wail on it until it dies. This is not a button-mashy fight. There's a strategy. You can use one of your force abilities to help you out, to stun it, which lets you get a massive combo on this thing. Well, the drawback is it's really dangerous to get that close, apparently. So if I do that, Dark Rage, and then, yeah, that thing is he's just standing there and taking it. It's not a whole bunch of time, so it's not like it's a broken strategy, but, you know, it's actually a strategy. There's actually a way to kill the Basilisk, and it's a way that doesn't involve the Sword of Gryffindor. Okay, so again, do the... Yeah, it has worked every time. That is so cool. That is a great element of boss design, when there's like a way you can kind of cheese the boss, but it's not broken or like abusable. I mean, it's kind of abusable, but like I don't think it's not like it stays stunned for like, oh, like here's a minute straight where you can just wail on this thing. It's like, you know, 10-15 seconds max. Okay, but again, tell me that doesn't look like some type of like Transformer. Like specifically, it has that kind of rugged scrap look from the Michael Bay Transformers films. I have very little exposure to Transformers media, which is kind of ironic because I'm considering playing a Transformers game on the channel. My best friends love Transformers, both of them, and my only exposure has been them showing me like the 80s movie, the animated one, where they said shit in that one scene and it was so out of place in a kid's movie. But I really want to play the War for Cybertron game, and I'm thinking of maybe doing that the same way that I did like the Lord of the Rings Conquest. I'm not sure yet. Let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in. He just climbed on the air. Did you guys see that? He also just is staying put right there. I didn't attack him with the thing. He just kind of did that. Oh, you know what else he looks like? He looks like those wasp enemies from Sonic the Hedgehog, ones that Dr. Robotnik uses in like the original Sonic games. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Oh shoot, oh, I thought that was it. I thought that was gonna be the fight. I did not expect to actually have to go up against this guy. Please be easy to kill like Cleef was. Okay, his health bar is kind of going down at a decent rate. It kind of makes sense for a Mandalorian to be this hardy, but my word, again, like, it's gonna be... The recording has come out to an hour long, And I know I've talked a lot during this particular episode, because there hasn't been a lot that I've skipped over. So this is going to be a longer video. I hope you guys don't mind that. I like making them slightly shorter, just because they're easier to watch. But at the same time, long-form content kind of gets valued a lot more on YouTube, so maybe the time helps. But also, I don't know if it helps with a Let's Play like this. Sorry guys, this is the point where I've kind of run out of hot air, and I'm like, I don't really have too much more to say, so we're just gonna kill this Genghis Khan looking dude, and then end the video, and then, guys, I mean, the next video is the last video. That's the last level of this game, and this game doesn't have DLC levels, but I probably will do the Jedi Temple DLC mission on 360 version eventually. Or maybe I'll save it whenever I do a Let's Play of that game. If I do. I'm not sure. I wanted to do it with a friend of mine. She has only ever played this version of the game, or this version of the game on the Wii. I think she played it with her little brother. And I mentioned this in the first episode of this series, but yeah. She was one of my friends, one of my theater buddies from college, and she started playing this game, and she started describing a different version of it than what I was used to, and I was like, oh, the Wii version is that much different. And I kind of hoped that I could do a playthrough with her of the 360 version, because we wanted to do that just kind of like the two of us, but I don't think that's going to happen because we're not even in the same city anymore. I don't see her very often, and she's engaged, so yeah, chances are pretty slim. Although it could be fun to have her and her fiance, or maybe husband by the time that would happen. But I don't know. Also, having multiple people in a video sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't, because you really got to work off of how well does the chemistry go, how well are you able to bounce off each other. Anyways, that's enough. Let's kill Chopa.
You're safe, Senator.
Thank you, my friend.
I come on behalf of...
General Coda, I know. And I know about your plans for rebellion.
Are you with us?
I've spoken out against the Emperor too many times. He's issued death warrants against me and my family. Of course I'm with you. We'll need to meet with Bale and the others to discuss our next move. Tell Coda I'll contact him soon.
Juno, I'm heading back.
See you soon.
Your actions on Raxus Prime have left the Emperor most displeased.
The Emperor's enemies are still scared. I am just now earning their trust. If I'm ever discovered talking to you, if they even suspect my past, all that will be destroyed.
Do not wait too long to contact me.
They're already at Corellia. Bale and his allies. You have your Rebel Alliance. Now what are you going to do with it?
Just trust me, okay? I'm doing the right thing. For both of us.
Alright, Bounty Hunter Disguise. Ah, that's the level they actually gave it to you on the Cloud City in the other version, too. And if I'm not mistaken, it's the Mandalorian-looking armor. Yeah, oh wow, that really just looks like Boba Fett's outfit with a kilt. I guess I'm gonna use that. I don't want to use that for the last level. Like, why are they giving... I feel like they're giving us all the outfits one level too late. Like, let us play with this on the level where you fight Mandalorians. Let us use the Raxus Prime outfit on Raxus Prime. At least they're all generally really good costumes, but more than likely, again, next episode is the last episode. And I'm either going to use this, or I could use Obi-Wan. No, I can't because I don't think it'll play cutscenes, but yeah, I don't know. Let's look at that lightsaber hilt design. By the way, petition to get Lee Van Cleef to play Garm Bill Iblis in a live-action Star Wars. Whoa, yes, Obi-Wan's lightsaber. And a deeper blue. Yes, we're gonna use that for the last level. Actually, I don't know. Lee Van Cleef could be dead for all I know. Actually, maybe I wonder if that's why they named the Gungan bounty hunter Cleef, because Garm Bill Iblis kind of looks like Lee Van Cleef. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking this. Anyways, guys, I'll see you next time, where we will finally finish this game. It's been quite a ride, so see you in the next video. Bye-bye.